The image on this month's cover of Chronogram is called Transformation. It's a black and white pen mandala. I took about 300 hours to do it. I stood downtown in Saratoga Springs all summer so that people could watch the drawing process and be a part of the drawing process instead of just seeing a finished product at the end, which is what people usually get to see in the art world. So I was doing all these readings for other people, and I was like, I'm going to do a mandala for me. And that's what Transformation ended up being. I pushed so many boundaries doing that piece, both by standing outside in front of people all summer and putting myself in the public's eye. I mean, that alone is just a really humbling and magnificent experience. But then just the drawing techniques that I experienced in that as well. I mean, there's just so many components of that made me burst open in new ways. I start out with just a blank piece of paper. I put one circle in the middle, and then I just build the design outwards. I never know what I'm going to do. I never know what I'm getting into. I completely let it be an intuitive process, just building one circle upon the next. And I do that first in pencil. I sketch it out. Then I go back with ink in a basic outline, erase everything, and then I go back with the smallest pens that I can find and add as much detail as possible. When I was probably, early teens, I started looking into henna, mehendi, the design work that women from India primarily do on their hands and their feet. And I just loved the design work. So I started out doing that, just like typical teenage stuff, drawing on my jeans, drawing on my hands when I probably shouldn't have been with permanent marker. And over time, I just went more intricate and more my own style. And when I got into college, I started to really become interested in Eastern philosophy and mandalas. So that work translated so beautifully into the mandalas that I was so drawn to. It was like a drug. It was like, let me go smaller, let me go more intricate. How much can I pack into this little tiny space? And over time, it became these types of images. So color is a learning process for me right now. I've always been really hesitant. For some reason, it's the design that speaks so easily through me. It's its own language, and that's what I'm most comfortable with. But people love the effect, and they're always asking for color. So I'm trying to incorporate it a little, but it's not what I'm naturally drawn towards necessarily. It's the design work that speaks for itself.